Virgo season now. We've moved out of the sun sign Leo, which is kind of quite flamboyant, social, extrovert, and now we've gone into a slightly more pragmatic, sensible and practical sign of Virgo. It's not boring though, don't worry. I think Virgos often say, if you ask someone what star sign they are, they say Virgo, they feel like they have to apologise. You're not boring, chaps. Yeah, it's very important. And also we've got this kind of back to school, back to work energy, end of the summer. So Mercury is retrograde until the 15th of September. So it's a time where you can get sort of misunderstandings, maybe a few more arguments, travel plans can go awry, technology can go cock-a-hoop. Is that the right phrase? Cock-a-hoop. I think that's a positive one. If you're cock-a-hoop, technology can just get a little tricky, okay? So just make sure those text messages are right. Very common to make typos when you're in Mercury retrograde. So yeah, maybe just check emails, check texts before you send them. Venus is retrograde as well, but it is kind of appearing in the sky again. So it's giving us a bit more clarity maybe about who we are and knowing the direction we want to go forward, but it might not be a time of sort of moving swiftly forward because of Mercury being retrograde. So it's about trusting your dreams, trusting your visions, knowing who you want to, the kind of person you want to step into and how you want to feel and show up to the world. But don't worry if you don't know how to kind of get there or to move forward in that direction. Just hold on to those intentions. Mercury retrograde can make our heads quite foggy. Anxiety can show up, confusion. I mean, yes, I have been feeling that. You can also feel quite tired. The energy can feel quite heavy and treacly. So if that's what's going on for you, really normal in this energetic time. What else do we want to say about this time? Oh yeah, pace yourself. Buzzwords and phrases for this week are wellness, organisation, mental clarity, and clean and green living. Try saying that after a couple of sherbets. We have a full moon, guys, on the 31st. Full moon in Pisces, dreamy, intuitive sign. So that's really about sort of looking at our lives on a deeper, more meaningful level. And yeah, really sort of focusing on what you want to bring in. It's a good time for letting go. So it might be some meditation or some journaling about what you're ready to let go of, things that are sort of holding you back. But around every ending, if there's something ending for you, it could be a job, relationship, there's always a new beginning following. So just trust the journey. What else do we have? Yeah, it's about connecting to your feelings. It's quite a feelings time, so you might feel a little bit emotional around this full moon. Awareness, intuition. It's a time for healing, particularly around emotional issues. What else do we have? The full moon reflects our dreams in our hearts. Listen to your heart. What's in there? What wants to communicate to you? Have a chat with a friend, see what wants to come out. Might be something's birthing around this time. Right, I am going to swiftly move on. We are using this week The Saints and Angels by Doreen Virtue. So I'm going to get those cards. I'm going to give them a shovel, or even a shovel. I'm going to give the cards a shovel, and then I will shuffle them shortly after I've given them a shovel. I'm going to blame Mercury, as I always do. It's actually a lovely thing when Mercury's retrograde, because if you're like me, prone to a bit of ditziness, I'm going to call it mum brain, you can just blame Mercury. Great, it's not me, it's the planets. Oh dear. Right, let's spread these cards out. Here we go. What have we got for Monday, Tuesday? Wise decision. Okay, there's an owl there. Owl is representative of wisdom. So this is a card about trusting your wisdom. If you have a decision to make, trust that you have the answer inside. You can obviously always ask for advice and some guidance around it, but know that you have the answer within. Go with your deep gut feelings, your heart feelings. Try not to overthink things. Yeah, it's about making decisions and trusting that you'll make the right decisions. And sometimes we can feel that we're not making right decisions in our lives, and it's hard to then trust ourselves going forward. But this is an opportunity to have like a little opportunity to have a little reset. And the more we connect to our hearts, the more we can access that deep wisdom, and that will guide us forward. I'm just going to grab the book, see if there's anything else that this little card wants to say to us. Where are you? Do I know my alphabet? I do. Says the decision you are considering is a wise one. Trust. This card is a message from your angels asking you to trust your inner wisdom. Sometimes you worry about your decision-making abilities because in the past some of your choices seemed unwise. Yet if you truly think about it, you ultimately learned and gained a lot from them. In that way, you can't make a wrong decision, can you? I won't read the whole card. Flipping to the end. If you're making some major life changes, then your continued prayers will help you stay connected to your divine guidance. Like a pilot who's constantly checking in with air traffic controllers, speak and listen to heaven as you go along, or the universe, whatever you want to call it. Trust the messages of ethics, truth and love. They are real and they are the wisest choice for you to make. Nice. Ethics, truth and love. Stay aligned to those things, chaps, and you can't go wrong. All right, let's see what comes out for the middle of the week. Wednesday, Thursday. Going into Friday. Triumphant. Triumphant. This card is, I'm reaching for the book. I know what this card is about. It's about things manifesting positively. It's about keeping your faith around things and trusting yourself, trusting the bigger picture, and remembering that, you know, challenges come up to help us grow, but if you worry about them, you're going to feed them. So it's about trying to sort of reach for positive thoughts, not all the time. We're not into toxic positivity here. No. But if you have something you're worrying about, can you reframe it in your mind? Or can you just become very present and let go of that worry? Because most things we're worried about are not happening in that moment. They're a projection. We deal with what happens. So, you know, it's about staying positive and sending it positive energy. Prayer is powerful. You don't have to be a religious person. I'm talking about connecting to energy. It says here, this is an especially important time for you to stay in steady contact with your angels. Sometimes when we're under stress, we forget to pray and ask for help, yet these are the times when it's best for us to enlist the guidance of the celestial guides, or the universe, Great Spirit, as I like to call it. Yeah, so pray, get help, but keep positive. You know, sometimes it can feel hard when we want to bring things into our life, we want to manifest new things. It could even be something around your health. You might just be near a breakthrough, okay? So try and keep your thoughts not necessarily positive, but neutral. Try not to go down those rabbit warrens of worry and fear, because they will only make you feel awful and they don't make any difference. They don't change the situation. So a bit of mindfulness midweek, chaps. Stay positive. Okay, we've got one more card for the latter part of Friday going into the weekend. Pause. It's a good message for this Mercury retrograde time because the energies are quite strong. They are sort of encouraging us to rest and reset. We're about to kind of go into a new season. Well, it depends if you think of September, the beginning of September as the beginning of autumn. I tend to take it around the solstice. But, you know, we are transiting into different times. We've got that return to school business. We've got that return to school kind of work, rather return to work vibe. You know, a lot of people have been on summer holidays, had breaks. And now it is a little bit of a change of gear. And in those shifts, we can feel quite tired, sometimes quite emotional. And it's important just to sort of try and rest a bit more, just chill out, maybe do some restorative yoga, maybe take some time in nature, have a doze, have an afternoon nap if you can, just chill out a bit. But it is still the summer for the Northern Hemisphere as well. So, you know, again, allow yourself to just kick back a bit. We don't have to sort of go straight into that new term energy quite yet. So maybe do something you love, find something fun to do, find something for your inner child, connect with some others. Yeah, find a way to celebrate. But ultimately take some time for you. Okay, that's your reading for this week. Sorry for all my little human typos. Bear with, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Take care. Bye bye.